they feel that the energy of dicomio at level 3 is way more powerful. I use dicomio for my personal healing sessions with all my clients. And once you have an understanding of dicomio, when you come back from your whatever trip you have, like a vacation or something, the next week we'll take up psychic attack removal and psychic surgery, these two important processes. Okay, next week when we connect, when Wednesday, what we
Yes.
so the next Wednesday when we connect, I'll teach you two things because they are not difficult. One, I'll be taking you through dicomio. So that's
Mhm.
good one. And number second is that the same cord cutting that you have learned with chocolate, you'll be doing it with dicomio. That's the only difference. It's a wonderful symbol to work with. It's a very powerful symbol.
Mhm.
Okay, so with that, I think we are ready to end. This class will be a short one, I imagine. Any kind of doubts you have, anything that you have not been able to practice, any kind of stuckness anywhere?
Mm, No, actually, I'm doing this cleaning and healing every day, and I included other people as well, as I told you.
Did you include Adislav as well?
Yes, yes, for 2 days already.
Okay.
But actually, I it is quite difficult. Sometimes I forget. For example, yesterday I cleaned everything, and when I was nearly finishing, then I remembered I didn't clean aura at the beginning, so I cleaned it at the end
You do forget things when you.
because I told myself, okay, let's try today that I switched off the your voice and that I will just go by my memory, and I just completely forgot about this aura, so I did it like at the last stage. And yeah, it's quite difficult to imagine everything because when I'm including other people, I'm trying to imagine them as well, at least when I'm doing the chakras, to
Hmm.
imagine them and the chakra in a special color in them. And I'm imagining the sign like chokure or sehaki in a color I should imagine. So it's like quite difficult process and I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly and
You're doing perfectly fine. I think we all kind of, mess up on these things at the beginning, and it's pretty normal. But the thing about this is that the more you do it, the more it'll be like you'll see you'll get used to these processes. So, and even if you forget something, you forget aura cleaning and you forget a certain chakra, it's just fine. It's just fine. Also, you will notice something that with this. I don't think you need to sit in meditation for 30 minutes. You can just do this aura chakra cleaning in 30 minutes and be out, and you would have done it for your daughters, for yourself, for two, three other people. And you'll be like, okay, now at least there is calm and peace in my world. Whatever happens elsewhere, I don't know. So it's almost like that.
yeah.
It
Yes,
takes
yesterday I
time.
was very tired. Then I forgot as well to say that I'm just a channel and I'm
Mm.
protected.
Yeah, that's it.
So
You can
I
just
was
take
so I
that
was so
prayer
tired at
on.
the end.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's like it gives me energy, and sometimes I'm very tired. I don't know. It's like it's changing.
It's changing because okay, so why it changes is because the days when you are releasing a lot of energy, either it could be your own, it could be other people. Sometimes you're going to feel so sleepy, you're just going to sleep off in the middle. That also happens. Sometimes it happens with me as well. I'm giving access bars to people, and access bars are so relaxing. Sometimes I'm giving them and I feel like I have to struggle to keep my eyes open. I feel so beautiful. I feel like, I feel so peaceful. I feel thoughtless. I feel thoughtless.
Hmm.
And then it's almost like, oh, mama, I wish I could just hit the bed and sleep. Then, sometimes I have to get a coffee shot. I give myself a coffee shot and then I'm like, okay, now I can work because I have to finish it, right? So it's almost like you're going to have days where it's going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely okay. Some days are going to be, you're going to feel the release of energy quite a lot. So it's going to be like this. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, what I like about this is that, and slowly you can even, okay, next when we do psychic surgeries and psychic attack removal, you can even heal your business bank account, your property, and all that kind of, the issues that you're facing with Reiki. So it really gets things into the flow. It just starts the money, money starts coming into your bank account. We'll see how to remove those blockages as well.
Mhm. And since I've been doing Reiki, it's like maybe it's just coincidence, but it happened the third time that I have like inflammation in my eyes. Like when I started, it was on one side, then it was on another side, and now again, since yesterday, I have inflamed this eye. Maybe it's just coincidence, but it's like very, very often. Like when did we start? Months ago, maybe, and three times.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it can be connected or it's just coincidence.
It's
What do you
it's
think?
energy, it's energy releasing. You can't say what energy is releasing. I can actually show you just today. So this is a student of mine, and also like he's also my client because he's not able to he's a business person in the US, and I'll just show you his messages today. So this guy just messaged me this morning when I was he has taken 1 month of treatment also from me. He and his partner, though they know Reiki, they're doing their self treatment themselves. But it's just so much of energy release that sometimes they start feeling dizzy. Now that kind
Mhm.
of dizziness happens when you're releasing huge amount of energy. Just this morning, I received a message from the chap, and if you could just read it, he says over here, so I'm feeling like some kind of channels have opened in my spine. If you can just read over here. So I
Mhm.
feel, and he's writing, he's feeling lightheaded, and he couldn't drive to work. He kept feeling, I don't know if you can read it or not.
Yeah, yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so he's writing, he's feeling all lightheaded. So this is him feeling. He says, so I'm feeling like some kind of channels have opened in my spine, still feeling lightheaded, could not drive to work. Emotionally, I am neutral. It feels like my spine has another world. I haven't done my daily clearing. I feel very straight, if as if my back is a lot straight. I feel that I'm cleaned out. This is him telling me. And then earlier his partner who's also learned Reiki from me, and I'm doing her treatment as well for 1 month because they don't have time. They're both scientists, so they have their different submissions going on for grants, investments, and all that. So they said, Vani, can you just help us with 1 month of energy healing? So this is earlier his girlfriend had messaged me, his partner, and she said the same thing. I feel light, match. I don't know what she's writing. I
So
can't.
light, so guilty free like I do today. You are magic.
So it's almost like these kind of why I'm making you read these messages is because these are my students as well. They finished 15 days ago. They finished the course, the same program that you've done. They are doing their self healing as well, but they have taken 1 month of therapy from me, both of them, both because they have businesses, and they're both in the US. The thing with them is that they feel lightheaded as well. They feel emotionally peaceful, relaxed, but there are also episodes where they feel so dizzy, they have to lie down. Now, what happens is, try and understand, energy is moving. You're going to feel those movements. Sometimes by lightheadedness, sometimes you're going to feel dizzy. Sometimes it might, some people start throwing up when there has been a lot of emotions inside of you. Now, this guy had some kind of, probably entities attached to his throat. some kind of
Mhm.
entities. Now we don't know because they are all in the non-physical space. And he's also done a past life session with me. So there have been some lifetimes where torture was there, beheading was there, etc., etc. Some entities were attached to his throat. Now I practice a form of Reiki which is very strong on entities. It will remove all entities. So those entities were completely ridden. The moment
Mhm.
I connected with him, I think it was his girlfriend who was giving him Reiki. Those entities got removed. He just could not stop coughing. He just ran to the washroom. He just almost vomited, and
Mhm.
all this. And he felt that there was something here which
Mhm.
just got cleared. And he told me, he said he had a regular cough problem since childhood, and it just feels like it got cured. Then
Mhm.
he's writing himself that he's very energy sensitive, so he feels that the spine area has been cleared. He also feels lightheaded. He sometimes feels nauseous and all that. And I have to guide people in that case because these are normal energy changes. This is, imagine you were unconsciously carrying a lot of burden. Now, we
Mhm.
know about certain burdens that you've carried. You've carried Robert's burdens. You've carried relationship burdens. You've carried the whole stress of, going through a marriage, whatever. We don't know where all those burdens are stored. This is all
Mhm.
in the non-physical realm. We can't see it with eyes. Even with my abilities, I can't see everything. And I don't know, I would really, bow to a psychic who can see those things, But it's almost like I can feel those things. When I scan the body, I can feel. When I clean the energy, and if I ask what energy am I releasing, the energy almost always tells me what it is. If it's a
Mhm.
rejection energy, it tells me I'm rejection energy. If it's a dark energy, it tells me I'm a dark energy. So it's almost like we don't see it, but you have to believe when this energy leaves your body and fresh Reiki energy is divine energy. When divine energy comes to your body, it's almost like, you feel like, what just happened? And those shifts in energy could show up in different parts of your body. It's almost like the dizziness feels almost like, have you ever been on a roller coaster? Like,
Yeah, 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 sure.
so on a roller coaster, you're stationary like this, and you enter a roller coaster, and suddenly the speed increases, and you feel like, oh my God, what am I on? And you just hold your head and you want to throw up, and you don't. What is happening is that the shifts and the changes are happening, the releases and the blockages are clearing. And that is happening at a pace where sometimes your body might have symptoms. And, you'll have to just get prepared that this thing happens. And, and sometimes also your channels are opening. Everybody is psychic, not just one person. Everybody has psychic gifts. Your psychic gifts are also going to open up. And for them to open up, these blockages need to clear. They will clear and your psychic gifts will come online. For example, how will you come to know? You're thinking about somebody and that person calls you out. You're thinking about something, you get a call from mama, oh, I've made this for you. For me, it is an everyday thing. I was thinking about telling my mom to make something that she makes. Yesterday, she made it today. There's a particular person, and there's a particular person. He's a connection from 6 years ago. And I said, yesterday I was feeling, and I was like, I used to find his name very funny. And guess what? This person sent me a request on LinkedIn today or yesterday,
Mhm.
the same day. And now I don't even like the moment I start thinking about these things, I'm like, Pani Kaushal, you better be aware what you're putting out because whatever you're putting out, it's gonna come, true. Increasingly, what's also going to happen is you might realize that the moment you get into a negative zone, you start thinking negative, you're going to be stopped by your guides. Everybody has a different way in which they notice these things. For me, how my guides stop me is they'll just spill tea all over the desk. For this person, the one I was talking about, the scientist guy, I told him, I said, why that happens is because you are on a high frequency and you're becoming a very powerful manifester. Anything that you say about yourself, think about yourself, put out ideas out there, it's gonna come true. Now,
Mm.
you say negative things about yourself, they're going to come true. Negative things about others are also going to come true. Now, with that, your guides want to make sure that you don't get into that territory where you start creating bad stuff and hence bad karma for yourself and for the planet. Okay, so they have different ways of stopping you. For example, just the moment where, so I have my house help. She also knows Reiki. She practices all three levels of Reiki. The person who she's our family help. She's a very intelligent lady. She'll tell you how to work with Daiko. And she can't read and write. She's an illiterate person. That's what. She's such a beautiful person. Yeah, she's absolutely, she's an illiterate. She doesn't know how to read, write, whatever. And such an amazing lady. And what happens is that she whenever she thinks negatively, she doesn't like her husband. She gets along okay, but she doesn't like the husband. So whenever she starts thinking negative about the husband, almost always she cleans the house for us every day. So she'll bump into something like this elbow would just bump into something like, and it never happens with her. One time she's thinking bad about the husband. He just bumped her head against the wall or something in the wall or something, and it hit her so bad. Now she always realizes that, ever she thinks bad, that same moment something will happen, something will drop from the sky, and she'll be like, oh my lord. Whenever I think like that negatively, um you don't even know what my guides do. There was one time, I'll tell you, I just wouldn't stop. They kept telling me, Vani, shut up. I just would not shut up. They said, Vani, shut up. I said, no, I'm a human being. I have the right to think whatever I want to. You can't stop me. I was driving. You won't believe it. I was driving, and you don't have experience on Indian roads. There was a foot long pothole on the road, and I tried nicely thinking negatively about somebody. I was creating negative thoughts for somebody, not even myself. I was creating all sorts of, oh, this poor thing, and something. And my guides kept stopping me in my head because I can hear them and I refused to listen to them. And guess what happened? I was taking a turn and I took a sharp turn. And as I took the turn, my first wheel got like fine, just fine. And the second wheel was about to get into that foot long road puddle, pothole, or whatever. And it would have taken a crane to take out my car from there. I was just I just stopped, I was just waiting for the traffic to clear from the other side. And there's a guy who just puts the window down and he's like, Madam, your car is just about to enter that pothole. I said, what are you talking about? I thought he was trying to maybe, he was maybe, I don't know how to explain it. He was probably interested, oh, this lady is driving the car and something. I said, hi. And he said, Madam, can you just get off your car and actually see what's going on? I got off my car. My heart, actually dropped down to the level of my stomach. I was like, there is no freaking way I can take my car off. And guess what? 2 minutes and there was a traffic jam. I couldn't take my car forward. I couldn't go back. And I'm stuck. And I'm like, I was on the verge of crying and I said, guys, please, please, please take me out of this freaking mess. I'm so sorry, please. And I'm begging on the road. I said, please, somebody just take out my car. And then truck driver comes out. He said, Madam, you stand on the side. I'll do it. And he got into the car. He just took the car back the way it had come and took a nice turn again and got me out. And he was such a professional. It took him 1 minute to do it, the whole
Mm.
maneuver. And he saved my life. And for the life of me, I was like, guys, I am so sorry. I won't do it again. Please, 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 I apologize. And whenever I do it, another time I was doing it, hot tea, I spilled it all over my table, just nearly saved my laptop. I had to wash this pad on which I keep my laptop. It was all full of Indian masala chai. I was like, oh man, So increasingly what's gonna happen is that you can see that I'm a ready-made novelist, That's why I write novels. So it's like your guides, they stop you from thinking negative. They have their own way. This guy, the American one, he was driving thinking negative about something, and immediately a stone hit his windshield. And
Mm-hmm.
he just got it. He just got it. He's not supposed to think like that. So, your guides will start communicating with you, and you may not see things, you may not feel things, but something will start happening. Your psychic gifts will start to open, more synchronicities will start showing up. And even though, if you're not getting a positive response from your sister, from your mom, from your children, just keep doing it. And 3 months down, just take a stock again. Okay, is something better now or not? If not, for your daughter, at least what you can do is you can just give her Reiki for 10 minutes every day, 15 minutes every day to her leg, and just see how things work out for her 6 months later. Because sometimes when the complications are a little slightly tougher, you need to give it more time to heal. So 6 months of continuous, just 15 minutes, just connecting with Reiki, putting yourself in a protection shield, putting the hands on top of it, and just reciting dicomio, dicomio, dicomio. Please clean the foot. Please charge the foot. Please fix the bone. I'll also teach you psychic surgery. Maybe just doing a psychic surgery exercise for her every single day for 6 months. We don't know. You might be a case study of your own. You might be able to work on this, giving whatever her problem areas the best, doing psychic surgeries for all her problem areas. It might just work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's changing a lot now. Like before, first I had a lot of energy, then I was tired, and it's changing every day. And like I was sleeping well, then I was getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now I wake up every night, and I can't sleep like from 4 o'clock. And it's changing really, and I'm so tired in the evening. I'm going so early to sleep, but it's a lot because I exercise as well, and this is a new thing, and so I'm tired as well. But
Mostly it's
it's like changing, and emotions are changing as well. It's not like I'm calm. It's like a lot of emotions, I would say, I feel. So it's not stable.
It's
Yeah.
not stable, and it's also like this is something that happens quite a lot, and this is also part of the energetic release process. I'll tell you what. Um, Maybe I've also told you before, you do feel a mix of emotions sometimes. It's so Reiki, what it does on a deeper level is, so I have probably given you this example. I don't know, I teach so many classes and I give this example a lot. Maybe if I've given you, just listen to it again. It's like, have you ever had a soup of vegetable or minestrone soup or something of that sort?
Yeah,
Reiki
yeah,
is
yeah.
actually stir. I must have. Reiki is actually
Yes.
stirring that energy. Now, if you do not release that energy is going to, that vegetable or whatever, it's going to settle down and it's going to create a blockage for you, which will manifest by the way of diseases. The diseases that could vary in intensity. For your sister, it's intensity, the highest intensity, where it's like the organ has to be changed, otherwise you can't treat her condition. Please try and understand. It can only be the organ or the bone or whatever it is going to be replaced, changed, or whatever. That's an extreme case. I have people with severe arthritis. What happens is, in that case, a knee replacement will happen, but you cannot have the restoration of the original organ to original default state. You cannot have that. So it's almost like, but if you Reiki stirs it. When you stir it, things are going to come up. They're going to show up. Oh my God, where is this coming from? And then it is for you to just continue releasing it and dissolving all that energy. Otherwise, it's 100% going to result in heart issues, liver issues, gallbladder issues. These are organs which store different emotions for us. Um, so it's going to cause problems. Do you have
Okay.
an eyesight issue otherwise?
Which one? Pardon?
Do you have some issue with eyesight otherwise? Hmm.
No, it just very occasionally I had some inflammation, so that's why it
But
was
how do you
like,
know it is for you? It could be somebody else's energy that you're releasing.
yeah, yeah.
Whose energy
So
you're releasing? You don't know, right?
no, I don't know.
Sometimes
I
it's
don't.
like I use a dummy. I keep the hands on ice and I start releasing so much of heaviness. And I'm like, God, who's going through this issue? Whose energy am I releasing? Sometimes it's different. Sometimes I'm lazy. I just don't want to know whose energy I'm releasing. I'm like, Vani Kaushal, as long as you're releasing energy, it's fine. Whosoever it is. I'm connected with 20 people. How would I know? I can ask, but
Yeah,
I just get lazy sometimes. It's just too much of a trouble. As long as I'm releasing, somebody's feeling calm and more peaceful, that's fine. Okay,
yeah.
something happened here. Can you, am I connected? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
We uh we also covered Seiheki, which is the balancing symbol. It's in cases where you have living people. Okay, it's cases it's to balance out emotional charge, emotional energy from living people, living situations and all. So you can use it with living people. And you can use it to balance out energies. Let's say somebody has got acid issue, acid reflux, managing your cholesterol, blood pressure, hemoglobin, all those kind of issues and all that. I've told you about how to make Seiheki slabs, right?
Psyche slaps?
Hmm. Okay.
No.
I forgot to.
I don't know.
I'll just go with that. That's not too much. I've actually gone over that in another this thing. So then we've covered Honsha Ze Shonen. Honsha Ze Shonen is distance connection symbol where you can connect with anybody across the planet, and they could be just sitting anywhere and you can send them healing. Uh, and we've gone into the usage of these symbols, how we can use them for self-treatment. That's number one, or a chakra cleaning, as in. We can use them to clean our energetic space. We can also use them to do cord cutting. We've done that. Cord cutting could be, it's a very powerful process. And the next thing that we can use, we've used it for relationship healing, as in when you want to remove bad cords, you want to put good cords. Okay.
Mhm.
Another thing that I'll also be discussing again, I will also be discussing these things at level 3, but with dicomio symbol, because dicomio is a very powerful symbol. I will be talking about intention healing over there as well. Intention healing, like if you have powerful intentions, connect with the intention, yours, your clients, or whatever, load it up with Reiki, send it to the universe. So we'll do intention healing at level 3 as well. All these are processes that we have talked about, learned, discussed uh, at level 2.
Mhm.
Order of these processes is first thing, call Reiki. After calling Reiki, clean your space, aura, and then chakra. After that, you want to do anything, you can do. You want to clean organ, you can clean organ. If you have to do cord cutting, you do cord cutting. You want to do intention healing, you do intention healing. After that, put everything in a protection shield and release to the universe. Bless and disconnect, bless and disconnect, bless and disconnect. If you don't remember how many people you connected with, I actually have a list that I actually look at every single day. I've created a list, with names, age, and people. So what I do is
Mhm.
when I am connecting, I'm like, I just keep this list open, conversation and
Yeah.
conversation. So I remember because I work on a dummy. So it's easy for me to work on a dummy and I don't have to hang my hands like this. And I just connect. And at the end of the session, I know who all I connected with. Bless and disconnect, bless and disconnect, bless and disconnect. Additionally, if I've connected with their relationships, if I've connected with their intentions or whatever, I just tell Reiki energy, please disconnect me with anything that I have connected with. The session is over. Thank you,
Okay.
masters, guides, teachers. Bless and disconnect so that I'm not unnecessarily connected to these energies, right? So I just, with whatever I connected with, bless and disconnect, bless and disconnect,
Mhm.
disconnect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just that's it. So that is the
Okay.
order of processes. Energetic space healing, aura, chakra, protection, by unless you want to do something else. Okay? That's there. And I wanted to tell you about Seheki slab. Now, Seheki slab is nothing but, sometimes I'll just show you. I have actually, I have also taken this up in a video. So I think it's in a level 3 video or something. I've said Sehiki slab or something. So
Mm-hmm.
over here, I'm connected. So I just want. So Sehiki slab is that once I have done aura cleaning, I have
Mm-hmm.
done chakra cleaning, full, the full treatment. I've done organ healing, I've done intention healing, everything. At the end, sometimes, and I do it every day. What I do is I put a Sehiki on their heart chakra. You can actually implant Sehiki on the heart, and you can say that Sehiki at the end of the session. What I'll do is I'll do once more, I'll balance the energies out. Any kind of residues will dissolve, and I will balance the energy out with Sehiki. Sehiki has got a very balancing energy. So, how I do it is I put Sehiki over here. So Sehiki, Sehiki, Sehiki. Please balance the energies, for it cause emotional balancing to happen for all these people. Sehiki, 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 Sehiki. One, Sehiki, 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 Sehiki. Two, Sehiki, 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 Sehiki. Three. I do it 3 times. If let's say I have to balance cholesterol for everybody or blood pressure for everybody. Again, I just make a sehiki on top. Sehiki, sehiki, sehiki. Please balance all the vitals for all these divine souls. Sehiki, 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 sehiki. Normalize the blood pressure, normalize the cholesterol, normalize the hemoglobin. Sehiki, 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 sehiki. And what I'm doing over here is I imagine that millions of Sehkis are getting showered on these divine souls, balancing whatever it is I'm calling to balance emotions, energies, all the blood pressure, the cholesterol, hemoglobin, whatever it is, anything, So I'm just giving it a shower of Sahiki. At the end, I often do this.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing on your body person, well, implant Seheki over here on your heart. Seheki, please be established in our hearts and allow us to do the emotional balancing. Seheki, 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 Seheki. One, Seheki, 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 Seheki. Two, Seheki, 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 Seheki. Three. So, Seheki, 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 please allow us to balance all our vitals, blood pressure normal, hemoglobin normal, and cholesterol normal. Seki, 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 one. Seki, 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 two. Seki, 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 three. So thank you so much. So this is how we just kind of end with Sehiki, kind of creating a slab, which is just an additional layer. I just do it because I like it a lot. But this is one way to kind of just give it a final shower. Sometimes, we've taken a bath, but we still like a final shower of, some nice perfume or something so that we are just, smelling nice the whole day. So this is like that. It just gives, and you can, of course, you can balance emotions, you can balance the vitals, any kind of things that are there, balancing all, removing all, dissolving all residual energies and balancing all energies for all these divine souls. And you will use our, of course. I generally use the word divine souls, like for all of us, divine souls do this, for all of us, divine souls do this, like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is how you create a Seheki slab. Rest, let's connect next week on Wednesday, and we'll start Daikon. Okay.
Okay.
Anything that you want to also say, like any doubt?
I don't have any more doubts. Well, I was just thinking now it's getting like nice weather outside, so maybe it's okay to do the healing outside as well, no? Because I can connect with Honshazation and with the house. I don't have to sit inside and do it like that, no?
With conversation, and you can connect with people. I'm sometimes wondering, maybe you can connect with them on planet Mars as well. I don't know. With interestingly, I'll tell you something with conversation. And when I invoke conversation, and I think I was telling you yesterday. I don't know who I was telling yesterday. I also established the presence of gods, goddesses in my heart. So I connect
Yeah,
with
you
them.
told me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you, I told somebody else as well yesterday. So what I do is, because I'm very close to all the gods, I believe in all religions. I believe in Lord Jesus Christ. I believe in Hindu gods and Christian gods and all sorts of gods and Muslim gods. I believe in all gods. So I connect with consciousation and consciousation and consciousation, and I actively invoke them, and I ask them, please be established in my heart and help me with whatever I'm doing. So what you're doing is, you're not doing the job alone. You've actually connected with the masters, with the guides, teachers, and you have them all around you. They surround you, or and their representatives around you. I surround myself with archangels. I invoke all archangels: Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, Metatron, Sandalphon, all archangels, any archangels that I can think of. I invoke a lot of light beings from sixth dimension to 12th dimension, heavenly beings, God, creator, whatever, whatever. And I also invoke the highest frequencies of love, light, abundance, miracles, wisdom, etc., the
Mm-hmm.
highest frequencies. So I like to invoke all these energies during my healing. What happens is, as and when required, they show up. They show up to assist you in the process. And this will take your healing several notches up. It'll make you a powerful healer if you work with divine energies. So, okay, so
Okay.
let's meet next week, Yarka. And by then, I think you have Wednesday one class. So then we will connect next week, the following week,
Yes.
Wednesday. So till then, I think you have some time to catch up on your practice, to catch up on my videos, notes, whatever you can see here. And of course, feel free to just message me anytime you feel like it.
Okay, Vani. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you.
I'll
Bye,
see
and
you
have a
next
nice
week.
weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.